Reverend Mike Bronson from West Haven Baptist Church.
Tonganoxie. I wonder how many of you have ever been to Tonganoxie or heard of Tonganoxie? Surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised. I'll tell you about the etymology of the word Tonganoxie. It's an old Indian. It means town without a Walmart. I want to tell you that we currently face the greatest threat to the existence of religious freedom in my lifetime. And it's obvious that, how many Baptists are here today? Let me ask it that way. Okay, so there's not many, so mostly are Catholics, and that's great. But I want you to know that many diverse voices share this view. Chuck Colson, one of my heroes before his passing, said, the Obama administration is intentionally restricting religious freedom. He said governments do restrict and do deny freedom of religion, but they're not called free democracies. They're called authoritarian dictatorships, which is what we will live under if we lose this fight. Beeson Divinity School Dean Timothy George said, we do not exaggerate when we say this is the greatest threat to religious freedom in our lifetime. Richard Land of the Evangelical Religious and Liberty Commission said the Obama administration has declared war on religious freedom. This is a very serious and defining moment in American society. The Southern Seminary President Al Mohler said, we have reached the point where Christians may be called to actively defy the government of the United States. I can barely believe those words come out of my mouth. But it is clear that many powerful people deem religious freedom irrelevant. In fact, I just read that less than 1 month ago, Federal District Judge Carol Jackson of the Eastern District of Missouri, by the way, a Bush appointee, said that a Catholic employer cannot plausibly claim that Obamacare substantially burdened his exercise of religion.
Wow.
Now, despite this clear and present danger, my concern is that there's great apathy in the Christian community over this subject. It's assumed that the Constitution will protect our religious freedom, but the Constitution didn't protect African Americans for decades. Consider the infamous Dred Scott decision. We all know that the Declaration of Independence says that all men are created equal, endowed with certain inalienable rights, yet Chief Justice Roger Taney wrote that blacks, quote, had no rights which the white man was bound to respect. The Constitution didn't protect African Americans for decades. It hasn't protected a single unborn child since 1973. Why would we believe that the Constitution will protect religious freedom in the future? So I'm greatly concerned about this. You and I have freedom. That freedom wasn't sought by us nor bought by us. We were born into it. We were born into it because of the great sacrifices of those who went before us. And Jesus said, to whom much is given, much is required. So with freedom comes responsibility. And so as a pastor, I want to turn this toward a spiritual angle for a few moments. And I want to ask each of you, are we good stewards of the religious freedom that we have right now? Are we concerned about the poor? And do we actively work to lift them up? Do we love our neighbor as ourselves? Do we try to foster civic values and virtues so that our culture is a greater culture than the one we left it with? And above all, do we honor and do we glorify the name of the Lord Jesus Christ? The promise of the Bible is that we humble ourselves and pray and seek God's face and turn from our wicked ways. Then God will hear from heaven, forgive our sin, and heal our land. And so let us remember the words of Jesus today. To whom much is given, much is required.